one of the more surprising movies that is coming out, and I say surprising because I didn't know if it was ever going to see the light of day, is Death on the Nile. And we've talked about this quite a bit, right? Death on the Nile, the new film by the great Kenneth Branagh. It's a follow-up to Murder on the Orient Express, a movie I was really excited about, quite frankly, a little underwhelmed by it, to be honest with you, even though I'm a huge Kenneth Branagh fan. Still very excited about Death on the Nile. Huge cast, but there's a twist. One of those cast members is Armie Hammer. And Armie Hammer, we won't go into it all again here, got himself into a little bit of trouble, which made Disney go, what the hell do we do with this movie? To the point where I was even starting to doubt it was ever going to see the light of day. Like, I thought maybe in 2 years or so, they'll drop it on Hulu or something. But they're coming out with it in a few weeks. They're coming out with it in February. Ramping up their marketing, they have just put out a new look, including a whole bunch of new character posters. For the thing. First of all, of course, there is the great Kenneth Branagh, who's also starring in this. I never know how to say the name. Hercule Poirot. I never say it right. That's fine. And you think with speaking as much French as I need to, I could get that somehow. But there are a bunch of character posters, right? We got one here of Tom Bateman, or at least, yes, it's the associate. We've got one of the cousin. We got a few other characters there. There's a number of character posters come out. One I did not come across was, I didn't come across a poster of Armie Hammer.
No.
Hammer time.
Quel Supri. Hammer time.
Oh, God.
Quel Supri.
That was kind of his problem, Ray.
Oh no. Oh, no. Anyway, Ray is wisely just letting that one go. But, so here we go. We've got this thing where they're coming out with new character posters, but the one they don't have, of course, is one of Armie Hammer, which and who knows, maybe they did drop one of Armie Hammer somewhere else that I just didn't see.
In the trash.
In the trash, maybe they dropped it in there. Now, look, let me address something here first regarding the whole Armie Hammer thing. And again, want to be very, very clear. Like, none of us know what Armie Hammer did or did not do.
Right.
None of us were there. None of us know, right? What we do know is that some very weird things he was texting to people got out, and several people have come forward accusing him of some pretty serious stuff. And there's a police investigation going on right now. Now, that being said, the fact that several projects have dropped him has elicited a bunch of people writing to me and saying, well, whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? Well, yes, that is how our society works and should work in a court of law. But this is business. And the reality is, if you are the manufacturer of cooking pans, if you're a manufacturer of cooking pans, and for whatever reason, right or wrong, you find out that an element you use in your cooking pans is something that's going to stop a lot of people from wanting to buy your cooking pans, guess what you're going to do? You're going to take that element out of your cooking pan. Because this is business. You're trying to sell pans. And if Armie Hammer right now is a distraction and a detriment to your film, I understand some films deciding we need to move on from Armie Hammer because that's going to become a distraction for our film. It's not about innocent until proven guilty. This isn't a court of law. This is somebody's business. And here's the thing. You know what Hollywood audiences love? They love a comeback story. And I guarantee you, if Armie Hammer comes out on the other side of this and he's fully vindicated and acquitted and all that kind of stuff, I guarantee you're going to see an Armie Hammer resurgence like no other, and certainly well-deserved, and well, he should. But for now, there's a big question mark looming over it. And so that's why. So I just wanted to address that part of it for a second. I am still surprised they're putting this movie out. So I am not terribly surprised that there isn't a character poster. And again, just because they're not giving them out to some websites doesn't mean there's not character posters of Armie Hammer out there in this new batch that have come out. I'm just saying, I think they've taken the right approach. They have shown a glimpse or two of Armie Hammer in the trailer, because if you didn't put Armie Hammer in the trailer, that's all anybody's going to talk about. Oh, I left Armie Hammer out of the trailer. But they did put a couple of glimpses of him up. But you don't focus on him too much, because if you do, then you get upset why you got Armie Hammer in there. So it seems like they're approaching this the right way. As far as the movie itself goes, I got to tell you, despite my letdown and slight disappointment of Murder on the Orient Express, I have always thought this looks like a really good movie.
Yes.
And so I have no reason to change my mind about that. I am curious to looking at it. I hope it kind of picks things up. We want to take a second and thank a sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. Now, listen, guys, if you are anything like me or Ann, Ann and I are both working professionals. We don't have a lot of time. And what that often meant was when it would come to dinner time, we would either settle with making subpar meals or ordering fast food way too much. I like fast food once in a while, but we were eating fast food way too much. That's why something like HelloFresh was an absolute godsend for us. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Listen, with HelloFresh, you'll be cooking and eating great looking and great tasting meals without the hassle of going to the grocery store and trying to remember everything you need to get on the recipe list, and you'll be paying less. And look, I get it. You are probably saying to yourself or saying to me through the screen, John, you don't get it. I don't know how to cook. I'm telling you, with HelloFresh, you can. Because the packages don't just come with all the ingredients properly portioned out already for you, but they also include clear, easy to follow instructions with images that you'll have no problems following. In 30 minutes or less, you'll be eating great and feeling pretty damn good about yourself looking at the meal that you prepared. So right now, guys, go on over to HelloFresh.com/Campea16 and use the code Campea16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. So HelloFresh, everybody, America's #1 meal kit. Rob, number one, where's your, we're getting closer now to Death on the Nile actually coming out. We're going to actually see it pretty soon. Where's your anticipation level at right now? Are you surprised, impressed, discouraged by how much and how little Armie Hammer is figuring into the marketing here? How are you looking at it?
Well, I think the whole situation's unfortunate all the way around, to be honest. And I was looking forward to this movie. I still am looking forward to this movie. But what I find really interesting is from a business standpoint, everyone has contracts. And in Hollywood contracts, there's things called force majeure, which is act of God. But a studio sometimes doesn't have the option of not releasing a film because of all the other talent that's involved in this movie. And in your contracts, now I'm sure they're being rewritten to specify this, but they can't say that this person might have done something wrong. And if there's any instance of impropriety at all, we're going to not release the film because then no one else would sign on to movies like this. So I think that's very interesting. And like in All the Money in the World, the Ridley Scott movie about the J. Paul Getty kidnapping, they completely removed Kevin Spacey and reshot every scene with Christopher Plummer. In this movie, John, as you pointed out once earlier, this is a huge ensemble movie. And to remove, it takes place at a wedding. And to remove, I think Armie Hammer's the
main male guy.
He's the husband, the guy getting married. So it's an impossibility. They probably could have used CG and put another actor, but that would have been hugely cost prohibitive and probably couldn't have actually been done. So they didn't have the option of replacing him. And I understand what a rock and a hard place for a studio to be in. And Disney acquired this movie from Fox, did they not?
Well, they acquired Fox.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it's an inherited film.
It's an inherited
This is an
film.
inherited problem they have.
Yeah, so they inherited this problem, and they've got contracts that they have to honor. Otherwise, they get sued for breach or money. So, it's an unfortunate situation to be in. I have to say, I still want to see this movie because I really love Kenneth Branagh since his first film when he directed Henry V, his adaptation of Shakespeare, and he played Henry V. We happy few, we band of brothers. So anyway, I hope it's a good movie, and I hope everything works out.
Yeah, and I wonder, I hope it's going to be, I know it's going to be difficult for some audiences to go in there and watch it, and whenever Armie's on screen, it's going to be, I'm sure there's going to be some people that are not even through any choice, are going to be like, this is the guy who's accused of doing la, and it's too bad that they couldn't have held on to this movie until after that all got cleared up.
Yeah.
But then, or it could have gotten worse, and they're like, whatever. Kim, you're looking at this situation here. They're obviously being very strategic about how they are and are not marketing it, but they are now putting out their last push of marketing. Where are you at right now with your anticipation for this movie in general? Do you think it's going to be a distraction for some people with Armie Hammer being there? Do you see another way Disney could have handled this situation? What are you thinking right now?
I feel for them because this is a really tough spot. I mean, think of it. If you had something coming out in a few days, or you had something where it was the first day and these allegations came out, would you pull it? Can you pull it? There's a lot of business things that are already in the works. And you have to remember, for one person's, again, okay, innocent until proven guilty, right? Although that is in terms of, do you just put someone in jail or do they have a trial? When you're talking about, like you said, this is business, this is entertainment, you're in the court of public opinion here. The allegations can be triggering for some.
Yeah.
I know some that I don't care how good the movie looks, it's triggering, so they can't sit through it.
Yep.
They can't look at this guy, just having read the articles and knowing. That's very real. That is very real. But I think you salvage it by doing your best. Honestly, this makes me think, coronavirus aside, if there was a red carpet, would they ask him to please?
Oh, there's no way they'd let him go to it.
No.
There's no way. We're all in agreement on that, right?
And enjoy the festivities in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Make
Enjoy it on
yourself
the
a
stream.
charcuterie board and celebrate at home.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
That's what Amy and I Charcuterie.
Yeah. If that were the case, he wouldn't be walking the red carpet. You have to salvage this the best you can because they're aware that he's triggering. They're aware that this isn't just, oh, people don't like him and there's rumors. When there's an investigation, it's a little bit more than rumors. When
becomes a little more tricky.
When the cops knock on someone's door, it goes beyond, girl, did you hear this? And I heard this, and I don't know, he a freak. I don't know. It goes a little bit beyond that. We got a legal case here. So they're doing the best they can. And if there is a red carpet, don't expect him to be there. But let me tell you something. I don't want to walk past in the movie theater across some really cool theatrical posters and see his face. And I think that's unfortunate. I feel for him. We'll see how the court case works out.
Right.
But there's not a lot of women or men that have experienced something like that want to come out of a fun theatrical experience and see his face.
Yeah.
Like
while there's still this fog of war
issue
hanging over everything.
Like you said, everyone loves a redemption story.
Yeah.
So let's see how it plays out. But for now, no,
yeah,
I don't want to see you on a poster, and you can't come to the red carpet.
Yeah, again, it's just it's business. And the business is
optics.
Is bad for business right now.
Optics.
It's optics, and optics are in the entertainment business especially bad for business. Anyway, question is for you guys. Where are your thoughts right now on Murder on the Orient Express? No, that was the other one. On Death of the Nile. On this one, Death of the Nile. Are you excited about the film? I'm not going to lie. I am still very interested in seeing the film. I don't know how I'm going to react seeing whatever, but whatever. How are you guys feeling about it? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.